gonna start talking. Bring us on in. All right, man. Episode 4.
Air it out.
Air it out.
Freehand Prophet. Dano, aka Late Night Color. We with him again.
Back at it.
Back at it. Well, while you get things rolling, I'm gonna get this joint started.
Okay, I see what you did there.
You got that?
All right. Well, I wanted to start it off with Zion and Jordan Brand.
Oh, right. He's signing with Jordan Brand.
Brand.
So how do you feel about that? Because like I know a lot of folks look at a signing to Jordan Brand as like it's kind of an L because there hasn't been a lot of love for signature sneakers through the Jordan line. But I know at least at this table, it's a little bit different because we both, especially you, are fans of the Westbrooks.
Absolutely.
So
that's immediately what I want to talk about is Kelsey Amy.
Okay.
Who will most likely be working on these shoes. And she killed that shit for Russell Westbrook.
Yes. She's been killing it for a while now. I remember meeting her back at SneakerCon LA way back in the day when she was still doing customs and all that. There we go. Trying to get this joint open. Our boy Ak brought us a Founding Fathers joint from Marijuana Factory in Chatsworth. That $100 bill joint paper.
And can I?
Dipped in wax and keef. Looking good.
Get it in focus. Get it in focus.
Oh, okay. Better? You get that, John?
Back up.
Can I light it now?
Oh my god. What I'm looking at is delayed. All right, there you go.
There we go. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and do the thing.
Yes. But anyways, yeah, I was interested in the fact that you knew this person. When I started following her Instagram, I brought her up to you, and you're like, oh, yeah, Kelsey.
Yeah.
She was a customizer.
She can paint like a motherfucker. Like, I love seeing customizers who really have a passion and a lifetime experience in art, and they've just found that making their own sneakers is how they're going to make a living. I love seeing that.
Absolutely. And that's quite the journey from just painting on shoes to being basically the head of like PEs at Jordan Brand.
Well, and when you see her work, you understand
this is
why.
Ridiculous. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you
Jason.
for that.
Yeah.
Another shout out to Marijuana Factory and our boy Alex working out there. Now, see, I keep looking at that joint and I want to start telling stories about Complex Con Chicago. Should we dive right into that?
Yeah, I kind of want to let's stick on Zion for a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bet.
Do you have any immediate like ideas what you think his model will bring to the game, or how it's gonna change stuff, or is he gonna play it safe? You know what I mean? Just what immediate thoughts.
Immediate thoughts is I have no fucking clue which way it's gonna go. Hopefully it'll be some fresh design. I'm sure. Structural integrity is going to be important to him after that fiasco with was he wearing Georges? Yeah, the Paul Georges.
Would have never happened in those Kyries that he's been sticking to. Yeah, I want to think that Jordan Brand's had not the best track record, I think, of
athletes
of their signature lines. Like we're talking Chris Paul, Dwayne Wade, Melo. Like who's like I don't have.
Melos were doing all right for a while, but they didn't have any longevity.
No.
As far as like respect
they had a couple
in the sneaker
that
world.
Were, made some noise, but like never that I was interested in.
Well, and
plus those colors were never my thing, like Nuggets and like Knicks colors and stuff like that. Like that's not me.
That was definitely a very specific era of hip hop when everybody was rapping about fucking Carolina blue Melo jerseys.
Give me that later.
Excuse me.
This is crazy.
Yeah. All that
but
keep
I'm
on the outside.
Curious to see if they can make some. They're gonna want to make some fucking noise with this shoe.
Of course.
It will be like
he's a beast.
I always like that about LeBron James shoes is like those are made for a big man.
That,
you know what I mean?
That's
like,
very true.
And
that's
the same
very
thing
true.
Here. Like these are gonna be supportive.
We need some tanks.
Yeah.
We don't need that like lightweight, fly weather type of stuff.
Have I passed this back to you since I got it?
Well, it's been back and forth a few times, but
Okay.
shit.
I thought I had it the whole fucking time, bro.
No, you're all right.
All right.
But wait, okay, he's with the Pelicans, right?
Yes.
So what are we talking about colorway-wise?
Like maroon, blue, and gold, I think.
So
like navy blue.
Almost Cavalier colors.
Yeah, with a little bit more pop, I think. That's not saying
pop.
a lot. That's not saying a lot.
That doesn't say a lot.
But yeah. All right, moving on to this joint that reminds you of the elote blunt.
Yeah, the elote
Chicago.
blunt that I had in Chicago. So yeah, this last weekend I flew out to Chicago for Complex Con, and through one of the homies we were gifted this beautiful blunt. As you can see, I had already smoked it at this point, but it
still looks beautiful.
It still
that says a lot
just
about the blunt.
Beautiful blunt. I mean, look at all that keef. That shit. I had to put that shit out like 3 times.
But you didn't even need to use your pen that you took with you because you had this blunt on you, right?
Yeah, the field pen lasted me. It was good to have like in a pinch, because let me tell. Okay, so we were talking about going through security with weed or whatever. There was no good place, no low-key spot that I could go puff this fucking blunt where we were at in Chicago. I thought I found a nice little quiet alleyway. There wasn't nobody around. And I probably got just a few more drags left of it. It didn't come down to a waste, but security did come out and kind of chased me off. They was cool about it. I'll give them that. After the initial response of flashing badges, that I'm like, wait, that's not a police badge. That's a security badge. I dig it. Okay, this is your spot. You make the call. I was like, it's out. I'm moving along. And then I realized why they were pretty quick on that shit. It was like a Broadway theater that alleyway connected to, and they were gearing up for a show. So all the patrons of the theater were standing outside taking pictures with the actors and actresses, and I'm just blowing fucking clouds aloud right at them. So, know your surroundings is key.
I forget all the time when I go back home to Kansas City that it's not legal at all. You know what I mean? Like, I'm spoiled as hell out here in California.
I was playing a little loose, I guess, because I heard that Illinois legalized or decriminalized weed, but apparently that don't kick in until January.
Yeah, it shit always takes a while. Like, you get all excited, like, it happened, and it's like, no, it hasn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But, at the same time, the speed of our justice system, it's not like they could take you into court in February. Like, you know what I mean? It's going to be a few months before you got your court date. Even if it's December, what are they going to do?
That's a whole different way of thinking about that.
And not only that, but Illinois, and props to them for this, said they were going to expunge marijuana sentences.
Like past ones.
Yeah, so they're legalizing marijuana, and they're doing what every state that has legalized marijuana should do, which is letting the people out of prison that are in there for some bullshit. Yeah. I mean, I was trying to find a more intelligent way to put that, but it's just
I hear
bullshit.
there's like whole new like groups of lawyers and stuff that are banding together to focus on that specifically in these states that do decriminalize, which is great.
Yeah.
But you smoked that blunt in Chicago.
And I loved it.
It was great.
And yeah, the elote blunt, as we have nicknamed it.
It does look delicious.
Yes. So we got a few other picks here from Complex Con. Let me jump in here. So took the red eye out there, and first day out there was Friday. Met up with our boy John from StockX, and was blessed to hit up the StockX influencer bar, and got a little site credit for having a decent following. So shout out to StockX and all my followers. But later that night, they had a panel with Don C. and Luis de Guzman, and forgive me, but I'm drawing a blank on the third gentleman's name.
Oh shit. Me too. Woody.
Yes.
Woody White.
There you go.
Yeah. We did a piece with him, the Steve Zissou Adidas.
Yeah,
that was.
I remember
blast.
that
was
story.
A blast.
Yeah.
Pleasure meeting him. Dude came out looking fucking fly, and then I was like, dude, what's up with all that? And he's like, this is head to toe things that I made, and I was like, okay,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's
yeah.
a whole other way of flossing, dude. I was like, dude, you made all this?
I love that. And actually, back in like 2008, 2009, when I started my clothing line or T-shirt line, that was my rule: was I'm gonna stop buying other people's clothes, and I'm only wearing shit that I made or customized. And I'll go back to it when I have time. You know?
That sounds time consuming. Get that right.
But the panel was great. Don C's a real character. They dropped some great gems on the audience there. A lot of stuff that I loved hearing because I've been saying since day one. So like one of the first things they asked Don is what his advice for people would be to reach the level of success that he's been able to see. And maybe it's a Nike voice thing, but it's just do it. And I've said that from day one on my site as well, because I've always been asked like, oh, teach us how to make masks, and I'm like, the thing is like the best art teachers I've ever had didn't teach me how to make art like they made. They taught me how to make art like I should make. And so it's about figuring out what you want to do and then just doing it, whether you know how to do it or not. What you learn and how you learn it along the way is going to shape your experience and therefore your work. So it was just reaffirming in a lot of those ways. And I did actually, when he was on his way out, I asked Don a quick question, something that's been bothering, or not necessarily bothering me, but kind of like I haven't quite figured out, is I've made a living off of doing what I love, but you can't work, as much as I try, you can't work all the time. And so I don't know what to do with myself sometimes when I'm not working. Like, I need a fucking hobby.
Oh, dude, my work is my life. Like, I have to stay occupied. If I'm not like making something,
it
on
just
the
doesn't
computer,
feel right.
It just like I feel like I'm wasting time. Or if I'm like not cooking or like cleaning or like doing something like extremely productive. And I just can't. I'm not that comfortable sitting around unless I'm like incredibly hungover. Then I'm like, yep, I earned this. I earned this complete fuck off day.
I usually feel that on paydays. When I get paid for a job, that's when I can take a day off. I'm like, I'm good. I know where rent is. Look, I did a good job. I got paid. Everything's good. I can sit back today. Tomorrow I'm gonna get back at it. But so I asked him. I was like, what do you do with your time? Where do you find the joy and your passion outside of work?
This is what you asked Don C?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he asked me if I had a girl, and I told him I have a wife and I have 2 rescue pits, and he said that's what you do with your time. And I respect that. That was a great answer, because some of the things he said during the panel were relating to family, and I don't always have a strong family relationship.
Sure.
So in a roundabout way, his answer to my individual question led me to the obvious realization that my wife and my dogs are my family. And so it doesn't necessarily have to be, aunts, uncles, grandmas, grandpa, like the nuclear family, as I call it. So it was a really good panel, great experience. I think everybody there got something out of it and got to see a bunch of old friends. Got to see Dom, the shoe surgeon. Got to see AstroTurf Customs. Ran into Ruben from Roughneck. So yeah, it was good vibes and dope site credit from StockX.
You say you ran into Dom?
I did.
He was wearing those Travis Scotts.
The night
that
I
he made
saw
out of,
him,
like the merch.
Oh,
you
I
know
didn't.
What I'm talking about?
I don't know that he was wearing those that
insane.
night.
I wanted
The
to talk to you
tie-dye,
about
multicolored joints.
The multicolor
Yeah.
outsole. What is going on
I need
there?
to pass that.
I mean, I'm relatively high over here.
Well, I'm ready to spark another.
How about we have 3 more?
We got 2 more rolled up, and we got plenty of sauce for the. I meant to grind some up. Ak also brought us this ice shred. I guess you can put flour in here, and it's like a e-vape that you pack flour into. A volcano without a bag.
A bagless volcano.
A bagless volcano.
How I like my volcanoes.
So yeah, we'll get to all of that. More complex con Chicago. I took out my Tokyo exclusive Air Max Light 2s. The Atmos.
Hell yes. Yeah. Mine went straight to foot last week.
Yeah, let me tell you, I don't think I've had so many compliments on a single pair of shoes from strangers as I did with these. In the airport, people hollering at me out of cars as they drove past. I was like, drips all the way up on these.
That's a catcalling I can get into.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny, Dana, you already know this, but for everybody else, I got back from Chicago Sunday morning and came right to the studio because it's about 10 minutes from the airport. And I was painting a display head for a mask that was due this week in these Atmos Tokyo joints. And I got gray spray paint speckle all over them. Let me see. Is that the next slide? It's not. But I can.
Okay, that's a weird flex, but okay.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. So we got
to work to not do that. We're gonna give somebody a seizure scrolling through these photos.
Right.
Yeah, it's pulled
up. So you see the little gray speckle there. Luckily, folks is still sleeping on these, and I went ahead and ordered another pair straight from that Atmos site using Google Translate. Everyone who's seen it in person is like, I thought that was like part of the shoe, like just a natural part of the design.
These are close photos, and most people aren't ever gonna know this. There's a lot going on.
I'm
these shoes. I know you're gonna know.
And the other thing
but these
too
are
is that
fantastic beaters now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was like, I'm so excited to just wear the hell out of them, enjoy them. But yeah, hold on. You got it pulled away so I don't give anybody a seizure.
Pulled away. Good. Okay.
Boom. We back in there.
Okay. Jesus.
I only took 2 pairs with me.
It was a strong 2 pairs.
It was a strong 2 pairs. Tokyo Atmos and the satin bread ones, thanks to Jake88, who has the Darth Maul mask I made out of the other pair of these.
That's John in the back, yeah?
Yeah, that's John in his off-whites.
Dude, he wore those like the day he got them. We were around, or it might have been the weekend, like, that he got them.
Yeah.
And we were outside undefeated on La Brea. And this dude rolled up and was like, just gave him the long head nod. He was just nodding at him like, okay. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
So I took crease protectors for these because I wore them on Saturday to Complex Con, to the show. So when you go to cons, you're on your feet walking all fucking day long. But I definitely took the crease protectors out like right after we left the hotel.
They look pretty fucking good from here, dude.
Yeah, well, and okay, so here's the other hope. I've been reading that you can steam satin, and I have a pair of the satin Air Max 1s that I could use as a tester, see if that works. But like, I got a whole thing in my head of like a sneaker steamer that we could like 3D print and make. So if that shit works, ooh, boy.
Yeah, I don't know. I would really want to watch that process happen. Steaming process.
We might as well tape it, share it with everybody. Here's a picture of me and our boy John.
Let me load this up.
Yeah, outside of Complex Con.
Shout out John Colombo.
Yes.
Or the new nickname Colombito from Sloppy Robbie. That shit had me rolling, dude.
Well, you know where Robbie got that from, right?
No.
Your boy.
You?
Yeah.
All right, sorry. So I take that back.
It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. I'll take a reference.
A backhanded compliment.
Yeah, 100%. I mentioned that to actually June from LA Airheads, and so when Robbie came into the StockX pop-up, and we were talking, and I told him, I was like, yeah, I started calling him Beef Dog because it's A.K.A. Little
because
John.
it's hilarious.
We talked about the elote blunt. Here's the entrance to Complex Con there. The Timberland booth was pretty cool. They had their construct project up. A lot of really experimental and young creatives are working on these and really kind of
Yeah, I see some wild
different
stuff
ways.
down here.
And I'm kicking myself for not getting a picture of it, but there was one that was a straight up Doritos bag, like vacuum sealed across a fucking classic like 6-inch Tim, and I was like, yo, Bodega Tim's
Like
for
nacho
real.
cheese or?
Yeah, nacho cheese.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
There was a couple pairs that they had set aside, and I think they might actually be doing a release of. This is one of them.
Those look unwalkable.
I like the collar on them.
Yeah, I'm looking at the opposite end of this thing.
You looking at that huge
this
sole?
tiramisu down here? Yeah, dude, I don't know how you're fucking walking in those things. I mean, I've seen boots like that have insane support like that, but that just looks crazy.
I think this boot got a turtleneck.
Hey, Gene, will you tell Frankie that the Sony has gone off? So we're staying on our
on the slides. That's all right.
slideshow,
I got some more shots from Complex Con to show you. I thought this was pretty dope. Little patchwork, classic.
No, this looks dope.
Right?
I mean, I don't have any Tims. I'm not a Tim dude, but
Let
these
me
look
tell
crazy.
you, in 2003, I had the perfect pair of academics jeans to go with these, and I wish I would have held on to them shits. Because now what? Baggy's back, I guess.
You can pull it off.
Yeah, fuck it.
I
Dumb
keep
good.
seeing photos from this.
Dumb good. I was like, this is just kid in a candy store right here. Like,
Yeah. Keeping it real simple.
Yeah. But it drew me right in.
And I'm a sucker for that. Just a ton of something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
Well,
put a ton of shit together, and I'm most likely gonna like it.
Yeah. I should put together a list of artists that's like pretty much what they do. Because I do feel like a lot of convention displays are either a hard inspiration or a loose bite of a lot of installation artists, which is a dangerous line to walk.
Mm-hmm.
This I think is great though.
Dude, so many pieces.
Fantastic. And like,
Just to see them all together.
I would love to just be there after the show closes and everybody grabs a tool and a whole handful of darts and you're just running around the showroom floor popping off Nerf darts.
If that didn't happen,
it was a failure.
it is a failure. Your booth was a failure if that didn't happen with your team afterwards.
Okay, so this was one of my favorite booths at Complex Con.
It's vintage frames.
Vintage frames. These Detroit players with the full rope chain fucking frame. And now I fucked up. I got to order some of these off of the site because I was there with John. And, of course, John kind of helped spark my interest in vintage and designer frames. Like, I've always worn glasses, but I've never had glasses that I gave a fuck about. You wanna?
No, you go
I'm
ahead.
still yapping. All right.
Yeah, I've recently got into glasses myself through Columbo. I did not care about glasses beforehand. I don't have that many pairs, but I have like 6 pairs of glasses that I'll shuffle in and out. I never thought I'd wear those aviators that I'm constantly in.
You always got those.
They're just my go-to now.
So being that John was peeping the Detroit players, now that he's in Detroit and he's player, he ended up going with the flips, but I ended up looking at their rose gold collection because I do have a soft spot for rose gold. Did we get that A7 back up?
You're back up. Yes, sir. Yeah, these look amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna try to play that focus game again with this.
Yeah, where we at?
All right, try to handle it. Yeah, that's a sweet spot right there.
So we got the rose gold rope chain arms on there. this like rosy blue tint. Joints go hard. I'm about to put prescription lenses on these from High Optic, and then it's a day. The Reebok booth was impressive.
A lot of different people posting from the Reebok booth.
This is more of what I kind of expected to see, because I've seen crazy booths at Agenda and DesignerCon and, you know, even SneakerCon and E3, of course. E3's got the crazy ass booths, just mad money. But I was expecting to see more booths like this at ComplexCon.
This looks fantastic.
It was extremely impressive. They had the Allen Iverson,
Eric Emanuel collaboration.
I told you I was going to forget that once we were on air. We got those shoes. We'll go back to those later once we're popping that off. I'm gonna run through these. Heritage Auctions had a really cool display of a bunch of different artists, and there's John Colombo running into Premium Pete. So there was a lot of cool people in attendance, of course, both days. I didn't catch the name of the artist for this Stormtrooper mosaic. That was pretty dope. The Daniel Arsham obviously caught my eye. Cool to see in person. Saucony had an interesting booth, like some End is Near apocalyptic bunker vibes to it. I think I like the booth more than the shoe, because obviously, you know, that's probably the best shot of the shoe that I got to share with you guys, so fuck me, right? But I did get a nice shot of this wall with the, you know, the yarn to point and all the, you know, newspaper clippings. Home Sweet Bunker, I dug that with the shoe sketches in the background, so that was nice.
You can't go wrong with that aesthetic.
Well, yeah. Don't think I didn't go up to him and go, now, if you want to know about sneakers and gas masks, you need to holler at me. I definitely did that. Dan Life had a few pieces on display. This piece, and of course, this picture probably doesn't show the scale.
It's huge, right?
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
I've seen a photo that puts it better into scale, and it's like, good lord. You can imagine the amount of crystals on there. If that is what they're made out of, right?
Yes, Swarovski crystals. I probably still fucked it up, but we moving on. There's the Travis Scott joint. Luis de Guzman's piece sold out first wild, day. Very
this was
cool in the
you
blue.
could purchase this at ComplexCon.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I think he released his. This is maybe the, I want to say, third or fourth colorway. I've seen a pink, the full color black. So yeah, just cool to see him doing it. He's a real positive cat. Seems like a good dude who's trying to give back to his community and keep it real for Chicago. So yeah, keep it up. Yeah, we went over that. What you want to go over next, Dano?
What do we want to go over?
I mean,
can we bring up those Air Max?
Which ones?
Okay,
ones
yeah,
that
we have a
did?
lot. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about. These are hilarious to come right after your whole Air Max 90. What was it, Side C?
Yep.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I hit him up immediately and I said, "Okay, look, I put this together like last week, and I did not think it could be a reality." I was like, "You think we could get pretty close?" He's like, "Yeah." So I gotta slow down on the copping pairs and start saving for some custom
Get
work.
something special.
Yeah, some new gems.
Yeah, these are amazing. Oh, yeah, what a crazy arrangement.
I can't decide which side I like better. Dano, you want?
I mean, I'm gonna like
this?
the one with the jade on it for
Of
sure.
course,
the jade and the duck camo.
But the tiger stripe camo and the beach camo on the back with the tiger stripes.
You're way more beach camo guy. I'm not.
You don't like beach camo.
It's lighter. It's light and has
Too
more
light for you.
browns.
I do. I know you don't like a brown shoe. I like my tans a lot.
Oh,
and that's
yeah,
something fairly
because
new.
they're bright.
Yeah.
They look nice,
Yeah.
dude. And they're like what, like nylon? What are they made out of?
Oh, the the ones I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like a
They look like
kind of
you
like a
can, like,
ballistic
wipe 'em.
nylon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. Canvasy, some kind of canvas nylon. So shout out to Dank. These are beautiful.
They are.
I just get stuck staring at them. Like, hot damn.
Well, to bring up those Air Max Pluses.
These ones?
No, those are wild fucking hybrids.
Yes, they are. Those are customs by Bespoke Industries.
Yeah, I definitely follow them. They make crazy work, dude.
And
these are fantastic.
Me and Ak were talking about why can't I think of the shoe that sole comes from right now?
The 93?
Is it the 93? What are those new 93s that they're dropping in the funky Easter colors with the like 270 upper? You know what I'm talking about?
No, the 200, Air Max 200? The new
can you
model?
pull the name of those shoes up for me? I was thinking that was the sole. No, it's the ones that you said you gonna get, even though we don't like the materials on them. I said they look nice with a layered leather, and like the next day I saw these with the Air Max 1 upper on them.
Please tell me what you're talking about. No, the Air Max Light 2s?
No. He's gonna look that up. We're gonna go to. This is a quick one.
Bro, yeah, that's a nice,
beautiful,
nice treatment of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I like how the yellow swoosh is that the medial side?
Yes.
You know, I should know that.
Yes, it is.
Like, I try to use that
I'll stand
more
by
often. Interested in these? The Magnet, I believe, 700s. They got a little Wave Runner vibe to them.
I mean, yeah, I can see what you're talking about.
And I like the leathers, especially the side panel leather where you can still see the stripes behind it. Is that leather or is that like a neoprene? Either way, I like it. It looked like a baby seal. I'm gonna put my foot in.
Oh my god. Yeah, those are all you, bro.
Oh, you. I'm gonna have to send Caesar a pack.
Here we go.
Let's see what we got.
Oh, the React.
The React. This
Yeah,
is
the React
that is not the
270s.
React 270 sole. You're right. It is the 93. But
they're very similar.
Very similar.
Absolutely.
And I think that sole would look nice on a lot of other shoes.
Off camera, we are looking at a pair of the React 270s, which are very popular right now. I see them being posted by
Quite a bit.
everybody. Yeah.
Quite a bit.
I don't have a pair yet.
I'm hyped on these. Have you seen these yet?
These are the Woodstocks.
Yeah, the Nice Kicks Ultra Boost.
They certainly do tie-dye well.
Well, yeah, and I think I dig that. It's kind of a continuing story from their NMDs. I love my tie-dye, and I know how hard it would be to actually like get that effect.
That's what we were going for on my
That's what we were
pro
going
bounce.
for? Shit, son. I'm sorry. we gonna work something out on those still. Ooh,
Time
look at
will
that tag.
tell. Time will tell.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh yeah, the little nice kicks hit on the tongue.
I fuck with it. Those colors are nice.
Yeah.
The effect
came
is
out
proper.
nice.
The gum sole. We already talked
Yeah,
about those.
those are not the same thing.
More Adidas.
Yeah, I noticed this in your slideshow earlier. What are we talking about here?
These are the Oswegos, and let me double check. It's a collab with, I don't want to misspeak, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull it up. There you are, sir. Size Officials collab.
Size.
Yes. Again, the gum
I
sole.
like Size's work, dude. They've always done dope shit.
Yeah.
A lot of orange. I like that. I like orange as an accent color.
This is a shoe that I normally wouldn't pay attention to, but the colorway I'm ready for it. That maroon. I feel like I'm going into a maroon phase. I go through like eras of like buying shoes in like a single color.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get trapped in certain color patterns and circles, and same thing with how I wear my rotations. Like, I have certain pairs out, and then it's finally time for those to go away and wear new pairs, and it's a slow process.
I wore so much bright green back in the like 2009, 2010 era.
What I mean, bright green.
Like Volt.
Yeah.
That at the t-shirt shop that I used to work at.
Yeah.
It's still called Gary Green. Shout out to Sebastian for making sure that the name stuck even after I was gone. But yeah, Volt's known as Gary Green.
Nice.
Right now, like,
that. Where do you own that again?
Where do I own?
Yeah, where is
it? Imprint Revolution.
There we go.
Yeah, worked there for a grip of years. In fact, that's where I was working when I made the first sneaker mask. So, good shit.
There you go. I wanted to talk about like scavenger hunts and shit, or like new release like strategies and.
Oh, you mean like
not
flying
raffles?
out to Chicago Complex Con because you want the Atmos Animal Pack Air Maxes, and then when you see the line, you're like, I think I'm just gonna pay that resale
Now that
price.
you mention it, yeah, I hadn't even added that to the list of things, but it certainly qualifies.
Yeah, I couldn't
I was
do
thinking
it.
more like, I mean, like they've been doing it for a long time, right? Like, I'm not gonna take it all the way back. I can't think right now, but like I can think of the Cause for, like Union did a scavenger hunt. They've done some things on the Sneakers app. You know what I mean?
I keep meaning to do that when I travel.
Like they try to like reward you for being on the app randomly,
Right.
like not like
Right.
on release day at that time. Like if you're there randomly and you're searching through like one of their backstories about a shoe, of like if you accidentally swipe across a photo or something, like it scratches it, and then like you haven't known of any of these things. There's been a bunch of these kind of like random releases like this, and then like full on AR ones where the shoe's not even there, but like it's geo tagged and you got to go find this shit.
Right.
And then you have access to it.
Yeah, there are even
The stash spots.
like for when I was living up in Northern California, I was too far out of the Bay Area purchase zone for the Adidas app in order to buy like 350s or anything like that. So I could only do online releases. Now being back in LA, we have much more access to stuff like that. And even the sneakers app will have city-specific drop zones and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
that's kind of stuff I'm talking about.
Right.
So what are your thoughts on all of this?
I haven't had the luck to pick up a pair like that.
You went
Like, I
some
haven't
through
had-
raffle. Are we going to consider that the same thing?
They were never for in-store pickup. Does that? I mean, I feel like that's part of the experience. Like an online purchase.
That's what I think. The whole point of this is to try to like go back to when it was more fun to run around and get these pairs, and there was a lot more. There was a lot more circumstance to you getting a pair. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And you had to be a little smarter or know somebody, or just even when I was getting into it, like you could still like be the first couple people in line. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you were going to do it that way, which I've only done a couple times.
I did it for the Mars landing, because shout out to Kevin from LA Airheads. He was like, "Yo, there's nobody here, and they're gonna open up in an hour."
Oh wait, he gave me the same shout out, and I was like, I'm good.
He was like, "I'm gonna pass."
Yeah.
I was like, you know.
But he introduced me to that store, and it's right down the road from me, which is nice.
They were 90s. I had to do it. Like I've worn them
Dude,
once.
see them in person. They look cool.
They're good. I think once I find the fit that like I really love with them, like that'll be that. But I'm not a big orange guy.
Yeah, they're like rusty orange.
They are.
Yeah.
But they're cool, and I want them as part of the collection. So, is what it is.
But that's not like that's not the scavenger hunt thing.
That's
I think
not-
it's dope.
that's not.
I think it was. I think it's dope. I think the more they do it, it's It shouldn't be so like. It should be more often. I think they just did it at Comic-Con. They'd had the SpongeBob's come out.
Right.
Which was dope because I really want a pair.
Yeah.
Of those Patricks.
You're loving those
really badly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw new photos today, like that purple hits on the bottom.
I was looking at some of the new photos in the past couple of days.
It's only getting better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which is what you love to see. Like, again, I have no association to the shoe. Like, I have no pull towards the shoe.
I wish we knew the Kelsey Amy of these Kyrie PEs.
That would be interesting.
So we could talk nicely about him or her, who has been killing it for a long time with a lot of these Kyries. There's been super dope releases. I fucking love my friend's pair. I have no qualms about it.
I want to get that Concepts pair still.
Which one?
The
the one with the purple.
Yep,
like that
purple
lavender.
sole. Yeah, the Egyptian joint.
Those look
the
wild. I see those on feet, and I'm like, those look crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, see, I think the reason I haven't picked up a pair yet is because I know I'm gonna have to pick up 2 pairs because I think I gotta make a mask out of those.
Oh shit.
I mean,
okay.
It's a done deal. It's happening.
The Air Maxes that I was talking about, the Air Maxes I was talking about earlier were the Air Max Pluses, the black and yellow ones.
Oh, they are in here. There you go.
Yeah, so that is a hell yes from me.
All right, tell me
ripstop
more.
Nylon, ballistic nylon. Like go to the heel. Yep.
Bam.
Yeah, dude, that shit is nice.
I do like that.
Yeah.
That shit
Plus, it
looks
just
like a
complements
tank.
its own logo that's yellow and red. Ugh. Yeah, gonna need these.
I'm gonna need these. I just ordered a pair of the Tigers for Betsy this week.
Which Tigers? Oh, yeah, the Tigers or Sunsets or whatever the hell, whatever you want to call them.
I keep seeing people calling them the Tigers.
I like calling
but
them.
at home we call them the Sunsets because the reason Betsy wanted them was because they reminded her of her sunset engineered mesh 90s that she loves so much.
Oh yeah, those are dope.
Yeah.
Those
so
are
she was
solid.
like, "Oh yeah, I want these."
I didn't get any pairs of those engineered mesh for some reason. There were some solid colorways of them.
There were. You know which pair of the engineered mesh 90s I liked were the Beaches of Rio? The teal joints with like the sandy speckle sole. I think it was free, like a free sole too. I
definitely had that first pair of Air Max 90 Currents. Like the very first big technological update to the Air Max 90 with a half free sole in the front. I have a dead stock pair of those.
We're talking about 90s now. I got to pull these up. And these were from Feet Heat, so shout out to Feet Heat. He posted a pair of 1990 Air Max. Look at the cut and the shape of these. Now, I know you want to go into this more in depth on another episode, but this is a perfect example of the change and evolution.
Well, yeah, the toe line is very different. It's way lower.
Right. It's like, okay, here's the thing. I think I like the wedge shape, that overall cut down more.
Look how thin the mudguard is.
I know, that's what I was going to say I don't like. I don't think these lines are as nice as on the newer pairs. But I would be interested. Okay, honestly, when I saw these pictures, you know what I wish I would see? Is I want to see them release a pair of like vintage looking with this cracked leather.
I definitely dig that.
Wouldn't that be dope? Right. Like an age.
I would want it
drop a new pair that looks just like this, but like
exactly what
isn't
it is,
about
actually.
to crumble.
I'd like it exactly where it is, like all over the.
Yeah.
The
yeah. That'd be dope.
Let's go with Beastie Boy ones.
Okay.
Dude.
Beastie Boys. Sorry. I'm just staring at these 4D 350 customs.
Definitely a different upper. Those were customs?
Yes.
All right, go back to them.
Yeah, it's the 350 styled after the 4D.
With a zipper.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to have to pull up the name of the customizer so we can give them the proper shout out. Let me stop this. I'm trying to work a new weed tool. and talk at the same time. It's a little bit much, if I'm being 100 with y'all. From C's MC.
We should just dab.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we
been
got this
working on this
here.
thing?
Let's try
Okay.
this. I gotta say the grinder is not
We have a question
effective.
from the viewer while you're handling that shit. All right, go ahead.
Oh,
Number one grail we want.
this is gonna sound so basic of me, but you have to understand. I've been working on this Red October mask for way too long, and I really want a pair for my feet so I could do this photo shoot properly.
I hate
and-
being asked questions like this.
Like,
I put on the spot right now.
and here's the other
The
thing.
one pair.
Here's the other thing. Is it the grail that we want to wear, and are we being realistic about the lifespan of that pair? Because I want a pair of Warhawks, but I want a pair of Warhawks that's brand new, that's going to last me another 10, 15 years.
And you know how Air Max 90 midsoles last.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're cooked.
And that's one of the most important parts of those.
Exactly.
Not easy to repaint that one.
Although, you know who does it is Tragic up in San Francisco.
He repaints that shit?
Well, I'm sure he would, but he does really killer Warhawk themed customs. He's done like some San Jose Shark colored Warhawks, some 49ers like burgundy and gold Warhawks. He also does, if you've seen the Nike Air Max mag customs, he does those. Kills it.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah.
Those are fucking clean. Really good application.
All right. Now that I've almost got
Mags,
our
of
flour out of this grinder.
Mags, of course, comes to mind for me. But, like, that's
Yeah.
not, like you said, like, you're going to wear that pair, you're going to get a lot of use out of it. I don't think so.
Like, I used to say it was the Red Tail 5s, which were like, I think they were just auctioned off for charity, part of the promo during the movie release. But they were sexy, man. They were like battleship gray suede with like a faded red heel cap.
I'm super curious about this thing.
This thing right here. Yeah,
You know what you're doing with this thing?
I kind of do.
Something came out.
Yeah, that looks like it could have gone back in.
Yeah, it just vaporized the THC off of there. Yeah.
So the one that I
Yeah, it doesn't
I'm familiar
incinerate
with
and go away.
is the
Put that back in there.
the packs.
That's hilarious.
All right. So I know I got a 1,
Might as
2,
well
3,
just put
4,
herbal tea
5,
in there.
and then we got to wait for it to get up to temp. Right now it's at 84. That's
All right, so while that's
that's a mild summer day.
Let's take a dab. I'm just saying.
Let's
take a dab
go.
Now. Is it loaded? We have got to start
It's-
preloading this thing.
We got to preload it, but we didn't. So
mean,
now
it's
you got to
built.
load it. Look, this is a show. If y'all joining us, you know how this shit goes. It takes time to do this shit, right? Oh, I should also say shout out.
I want to finish my thought about my grail shoe.
Oh yeah. My bad.
I gotta say I would say the Yeezy 2 blinks probably are still up
Solars
there as like,
or the Yeezy 1 blinks.
no, I have those.
You have oh.
Yeah. No, the Yeezy 2.
It's the Solars.
You call them solars? Okay, I would just call them the same colorway.
I
It's
get
the
that.
Same, yeah.
I dig that.
Same
I ain't mad at you.
situation. We got that little Q-tip.
You asking for a lot right now.
I got this.
Yeah.
Get this on.
I think that's a reach, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
You got it though. All right, you wanted to talk about these Beastie Boy joints.
Yes.
Oh,
This is just one of those collaborations that like this just makes sense.
of course.
Especially
Classic.
because Beastie Boy doesn't fuck with anyone that they don't want to.
Right.
So like they're like
They
if
got-
they
they
do
got
something,
pretty
they're
high
like, hell yeah,
standards.
dude. And like every photo I can imagine of the Beastie Boys, someone's wearing some Adidas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They actually rep that brand. Like it's like I like it when things aren't forced. You know what I mean? Where you're not like, is this guy even wear this shit in his spare time?
Right.
Like
right.
whoever has like a Kia specific like sponsorship on the basketball team, like are they really driving that Kia around?
How do you feel about the collab itself?
I'm gonna turn to that. I mean, that's not a shoe that I'm gonna buy and wear, but I love it. Go to the heel.
Do you have pairs that you buy and just have in your collection? I think we kind of touched on this with those Coming to America freaks.
Jason just. What do you mean by that?
You like those, right? Yeah. Dano loves them, but he hates them.
Yeah, it's a love.
He doesn't like the freak ones, but like he's on board with all the storytelling. So like I've been trying to kind of like edge him over to the fact that like you just need to have him in the collection, bro. Like it's a sneaker. You love sneakers,
and he's not wrong.
Yeah,
he's not wrong.
So
it's the worst. It's the worst way to feel.
Because okay, I am in agreement with you on these, that this isn't a shoe that I would wear on the regular, but I do have an affinity for rapper collabs.
What gets worn? Yeah, I love a gum sole too. That's a lot of gum.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I got dipped in gum.
My legs are asleep like a motherfucker right now.
Yeah? You want to readjust? Yeah, I'm going to go back to Gary. He might fall over.
I know you switched back. Now it's not going to happen. I told you. The magic always happens off camera.
Stand up straight. All right, that thing hit nice.
Agreed.
All right.
What were we talking about? Oh, so yeah.
So
I'm drawn
straight
to
up
these.
says
like,
endorsed by Beastie Boys on it.
Adidas Americana. I dig it.
Let me go back to that photo. Yeah, and there they are. Yeah, stuff.
Yeah. Good to see.
For sure.
How about
Donovan Mitchell? Oh, see, this goes back to the Stranger Things, but this goes back to the scavenger hunt. This is a scavenger hunt.
Powered off on us.
The thing powered off on us? The vaporizer?
It says 84 degrees.
Well, I'm excited that we...
Nah.
We got the dab in.
Shout out
Anyways,
to
yeah, this
Puffco.
is another bait.
That's hitting.
Bait Nike Stranger Things collab. This came out at San Diego, at their San Diego location for Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Just another like very specific strategic release.
Smart.
And I think it was also scavenger hunt style. You had to like follow some stuff to find these.
Very, very cool shoe to have in the
I haven't
collection.
watched season 3, but I know it had something to do with Russian and blah 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 blah.
I restarted season 1. Every time there's a new season that comes out, I have to like rewatch the whole series in order to watch the new season because like
You
fuck a
can't remember
recap. Like, so
You're committing a lot of time to these shows. Like it's like exponential each season. You're watching.
It was easier when the studio was in the home because like we could just kill a season in a day while working on resin castings or just set up with my mask table in front of the TV. Because fuck it, you know.
I mean, we've watched our fair share of crime shows here.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah, a lot of details in here.
Great look.
And they're made to be like burned. Like you're encouraged to get after
use
that.
fire.
Yeah.
Good.
So that's kind of cool for a big company to be like, hey, put a lighter to this thing.
Hey kids, here's some matches. Have fun. No, I'm sure.
Yeah, I hope for the best in this scenario.
For the best. I'm sure they know what they're doing with that material, that it's not something that like would continue to burn.
I mean, I would say this particular pair was cut and then they just kind of
burn the edges.
Yeah.
That's how I did my Cheech and Chongs.
But those look better. More chart, the red paper. Oh, look at Frankie's here.
Good. Welcome, Frankie.
Well, hell yes.
You talked about Comic-Con, and I was geeking out at ComplexCon with full FOMO that I was like seeing all the Marvel Studio releases. So I need, first of all, like, my dog's name is Thor. So geeking over Thor Love and Thunder. They bringing out Jane Foster. Shout out to Lady Thor. That's going to be fucking dope. Yeah, I need this on a t-shirt. But what I'm really hyped about is the What If series. And I was kind of telling you about this a little bit.
No, you didn't. I have no idea what this is.
Really?
At all.
Oh, shit.
So
okay.
Please, yeah.
So, What If was like some kind of off-brand series at Marvel that I always really loved. And it would be like, what if Doctor Doom was a good guy? Or what if Spider-Man was, just wild out there scenarios that only happened in that like single book multiverse type of deal.
Like it was like episodic in a way.
Yeah, exactly.
It was all self-contained.
Right. And it gave him room to be even more imaginative and put it into like crazy scenarios, and like it inspired me so much that like I have whole like bodies of work that are like, what if Best of Both Worlds wasn't Jay-Z and R. Kelly? What if it was Jay-Z and DMX?
Okay.
Like a hip hop what if, like, of albums instead of like that, like imaginary fucking albums. But that was just like a little series that I did just for myself because I was like just so inspired by those comics, and to see it coming into like a full series where they're gonna have like actors from the movies reprising their roles to do voiceovers and all that type of stuff. I'm full geek mode for that.
Nice, dude. That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the hell.
I'm not doing justice describing it because I am totally spacing on like
it
the
sounds
actual
wild to
titles,
try to put it in a one movie form.
Well,
Right,
it's actually gonna be a series on the Disney streaming service, which like they announced like, and I should have these numbers, but I don't. A grip of movies and even more shows that they're going to be bringing to their streaming service. So they got me. Another service I got to sign up for because anything Marvel, take my money. Go.
Oh, so last week we had talked about the Arizona Iced Tea release.
Oh, yeah. There's been a lot of rumors and, like, what's the word I'm looking
speculation?
for? Well, yeah, they
shut down the release.
Yeah, they shut down the release, and then they were said to be re-releasing
for $200.
For $200, and then that's been retracted.
I have not heard yet.
That is supposedly false, and from what I've heard, we don't have any information to replace that.
Wow.
Anybody's guess.
Anybody's guess. We're in our final minute. If you want to like close it down.
Yeah.
Tell anybody what you're working on, what you got coming out.
Whole lot of stuff I can't talk about just yet.
Yeah, but there's a tease on your outfit though.
There is. It's a little clue. You'll see this tracksuit very soon. But I did the other pickup from ComplexCon was the pin from Rip and Repair, their collab from Pin Trill, and yeah, can you see that? Bam. Show it off there. Shout out to the guys there. They're a LA-based clothing company, and that was definitely I'm a pin guy. I could have like spent all my money on pins there, but that's the one I wanted.
It won't focus.
That's all right.
Blocking your head.
Boom.
All right, man.
Is what it is. Thanks for joining us today, guys.
Yeah, this is a good one.
It was a good one.
Oh shit, because we had the Mendo fruits.
Mendo fruits
I didn't know you had
sauce
some more of this.
from
Yeah, shout out
Field
to
Extracts.
Field.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Kyle.
we got to figure out an autofocus on this motherfucker.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, until
That's
next
it.
week. Peace.
Peace.